Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your, I almost said September reading. We're at the end of September. So welcome to your October reading. As we get closer to the end of the year, things are going to get a little bit heavier with the energies and the cosmos stuff. There's a lot going on in Libra season. Happy birthday to the October Scorpio babies. You guys have some pretty interesting things coming up for your season that we're going to talk a little bit more about as we get closer to your season. Mercury is moving into your sign tomorrow on the 27th of September, where it will go retrograde on October 13th. And the day before it retrogrades, it'll be having this really sweet sextile to, Mercury will have a sextile to Venus in Virgo, which typically, like, you get along with that Virgo energy pretty well. You guys are both pretty investigative, and that's going to be a nice little relief right before Mercury goes retrograde, because we're also going to have a Jupiter sextile Neptune on the same day. So you guys get a little bit of sweetness in the middle of October for your own energy, which is going to be a nice, like, breath, like like we all just need to take a really big breath. And I know that having Venus in Virgo is sort of at its detriment, but you guys really do well with that kind of energy. So as we get closer to the end of October, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening with the Libra sun opposing Mars, and Mars squaring off with Saturn again, and you know, Mars is retrograde, or Mars squaring off with Pluto, and then Jupiter as we get towards the end. Your full moon, or the Taurus full moon, actually, the Taurus full moon on October 31st, which will be, you know, deep into your season by then, that's going to be very interesting because the full moon will be conjunct Uranus in Taurus, and there's sort of that whole week leading into your season, as we get further into your season, that whole week where we'll have the debates happening. The debates are going to be very interesting because the astrology for the debates is basically a war zone is what's going to be happening. So that first week in November, I'm sorry, the first debate is actually happening on Tuesday, and that's going to be a war zone. But as we get closer to, when we get to the presidential election, that's going to be sort of a war zone. So that whole week with that full moon in Taurus is going to be really, really, really releasing time. So I feel like for you guys, more than anything, this is about pulling everything together. This is about getting all of your ducks in a row, getting ready for it. It feels like you guys are really getting ramped up for the new year already. And I know that it's only September, but I think everybody's sort of already trying to shift their energy to 2021 because it's been sort of a clusterfuck, if anything else, right, in 2020. So let's see what's going on with your cards. Yeah. So the restructuring, the rebuilding, all of the re's, right? When Mercury is retrograde, especially for you guys, when Mercury is retrograde, you really have this opportunity to reassess the things that you might not have been paying attention to. And this year has been so all over the place that it's hard to pinpoint, like, in an extremely accurate way, because you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what is it that I'm supposed to be reassessing? What is it that I'm supposed to be redoing? And because there's so much of it, it's probably very hard to pinpoint that right now. So the biggest thing that I want you guys to do, because your focus is on, like, the restructure or the rebuilding that foundation that you feel like you've sort of lost this year. And I mean, it's totally understandable to have that, but you're exhausted. So really learning how to trust your intuition, especially when Mercury goes retrograde October 13th. I keep wanting to like skip October altogether, apparently. Really, really finding out what it is that's going to help guide you more than anything else, and stop focusing so much on, it's not that I don't want you to be there for other people, but I want you to stop spending all of your energy trying to make sure that everybody else is doing okay, and allow yourself to focus on what it is that you need to focus on, particularly either a Sagittarius or a Pisces energy. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and Temperance. So really finding and this is going to be the most unbalanced Libra season that we've seen in a long time. So really finding the balance this season is going to be a struggle if you're not tapped into your intuition. So we have the High Priestess and the 10 of Wands. And the feeling that you're almost there, like, you know that feeling when you know you're just about to have a breakthrough and you're just about to open yourself up to a lot of new opportunities in your life, and you sort of feel that pressure, like there's this pressure thing that starts building up inside of you, and you're like, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable, this is so uncomfortable. And that's the change, that's the shift. And I feel like that's what this 10 of Wands is saying to you. You're just about to hit that point where everything starts to open up to you, but you really have to focus on yourself. Like, this is about being a little bit more selfish, I think, and not so much worrying about other people's paths and where they're coming from and where they're going and how they're doing things and how they're doing, all of that stuff. Just letting it fall by the wayside is probably, letting other people's issues and problems, you don't have to solve it all for them, right? Scorpio is such an investigative energy. You guys thrive on being able to figure it out. You know what I mean? And it's so much more than a Virgo. That's different, right? Like, yes, Virgos can be very perfectionist and very picky and on point, but you guys have a way of doing it where you uncover, you're ruled by Pluto, you're ruled by Mars. You have this intensity inside of you that you're just going to uncover it. And whether people are like it or not, you're just going to uncover it. So, and instead of focusing on what everybody else is doing, really focus on what your goals have been in order for you to thrive in the coming months. So let's see what this new foundation is being built on, because I really love this reading for you guys so far. I love that we're coming into, we're in Libra season and we're so close to your season. Now, here's the thing. Don't rush it. I just got goosebumps. Because I know a really sweet little Scorpio rising that she just sure wishes everything would fall into place right now. And I'm like, listen, divine timing can be a real bitch sometimes. But that Knight of Swords on the 3 of Pentacles, if you try and rush anything during this Mercury retrograde, there will be consequences for it. You want to make sure that you're slowing down enough to pay attention to the details of what's going on. And it's not that there are any red flags, and it's not that there's anything scary or bad that's going to happen to you. It's just, I feel like you'll miss some steps and you'll have to come back and review that. And you want to build that foundation in a different kind of way than what you did. Whatever that foundation is for you, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a new place to live, whatever it is, that whatever you're rebuilding in your life during this, whatever your focus is, don't rush it, because good things take time. Cultivating that really good, solid feeling that you have inside of you, that kind of stuff takes a lot of time to get to. So your focus, the 6 of Pentacles, and there are people around you, Scorpio, that just want the best for you. And so that's where it's at, right? Focusing your intent on that 10 of Cups So the Ten of Cups on the Six of Pentacles. Man, let's put our focus there. Let's make that the real thing. And not live in the illusion of it, but make it into a real possibility. Let's turn that Ten of Cups into a Ten of Pentacles. Because the Ten of Cups is about the feeling, right? And the Pentacles is about the solid proof, the solid, you know, the thing that we manifested from our feelings, we manifested it into reality. But things like that take time to cultivate. And sometimes it takes a lot of pressure for it to cultivate too. Oof, okay. So we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords on Temperance. Yes. Be very discerning about what it is that you are asking. Be very specific and very discerning about what you're asking from the universe right now. Because the balance that you're really trying to find and because, you know, temperance, yes, it's about patience and it's about allowing things to unfold within divine timing and all of that fun stuff. But it's also about balancing your heart and your mind. It's about the calibration, right, between your heart and your mind. And that's where the manifestation is at. So having the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, be very, very specific and discerning about what it is that you are trying to manifest. Create from a space of your own divine truth and not what other people are trying to convince you your divine truth should be, right? Trusting your intuition is huge right now. By far, the biggest gift you can give yourself is to trust your intuition and allow yourself to flow within that kind of energy. Let's see. High Priestess. Yes, friends. Like I said, Queen of Cups. Welcome to your reading, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Pisces energy as well. If you are dealing with a Pisces energy and they're giving you advice, trust their intuition also. I know sometimes we don't give enough credit to the Pisces energy because it's so soft. It's so much softer than the Scorpio energy can be. But they have a lot of insight for you with that Jupiter sextile Neptune on the same day that Mercury is going to be sextiling Venus. That's going to be a really good day to unleash the love on the 12th of October. That's going to be a really good day for you. And, you know, accepting where the beauty of your situation is. It may not look perfect, but accepting the beautiful parts of the situation that you're in and having that kind of gratitude is going to go a really long way during this time. So let's see what the Ten of Wands. Ooh, I know, man. It's been tough. It's been tough to get there, my friends. I get it. I feel that. I feel that. Let's get the Nine of Pentacles and we'll look at these last two and then see what's on the bottom of the, ooh, the Four of Pentacles. How do I become independent? How do I really trust myself, right? The struggle, so you could be dealing with a Gemini or this is just feeling that alignment within. So we have the Lovers on the Ten of Wands. Sorry for the glare. I hope you guys can see this. So the Lovers on the Ten of Wands, we've all sort of been climbing up that hill, you know, and getting to the top of that mountain, carrying all of that weight on our back has been, it's nothing short of a miracle that we've all really survived. The people that have survived 2020, it's nothing short of a miracle that it's happened. And I think a lot of us are recognizing that when we are aligned to our path and when we are aligned to our future, the fear and the weight and the burden of everything else sort of just falls off. And I think that's where your independence is. This is about you breaking free from the constraints of what societal standards are trying to tell you that you need to be a part of, right? So the Two of Pentacles on the Nine of Pentacles, how do I become abundant and independent on my own? You have so many decisions to make on what to do with your money, what to do with your material items, what to do with, you know, how am I going to grow my empire? How am I going to create a life for myself? How am I going to commit to what I need to do? And the answer to that, how, is you just do it. You stop asking the question how, and you just do it. And when the obstacles show up, you learn those lessons. Now, Libra season might be a little bit challenging when it comes to funds. But you could actually be hearing from a Libra or a Libra energy about work in the future and coming together and collaborating, which I absolutely love, love, love. So we have the Four of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck, and then we have Justice, and then we have the Page of Wands, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I do feel like in Libra season, when the money starts to get a little bit tighter, I do feel like there's almost a collaboration of sorts that's coming up here. Could be coming from a Libra energy, could also be coming from a Leo energy. But more than anything, this is about coming together with your soul group. That Three of Cups, I don't do a third-party situation when it comes to the Three of Cups. Now, you could be in a third-party situation that might resonate with you. You could be hearing about that. A lot of things are uncovered when Mercury is in Scorpio, and with it in retrograde, there's going to be a lot of secrets that come out, especially with all the other energy that's going on in Capricorn, which is the ruler of karma, right? So there could be some things that really come out, and I feel like you're just not, like, you're not invested. You're not invested in the gossip. You're not invested in the secrets. You really honestly don't give a shit. And when it does come out, you're going to be able to disassociate that in a big disassociate yourself from it in a big way, and allow yourself to see that things can be so much better when you're not in the middle of the gossip, when you're not in the middle of, right? And the clarity of that pain that comes about, right? Because some of this could really make you just feel like the things that come out during Mercury retrograde, it goes direct on November 3rd. So from October 13th to November 3rd, but then the shadow period after that. And the shadow period is always the hardest part, in my honest opinion, to me. The lead up and then the ending. It's always the hardest part for me. But I think that you're clearly, like, when things come to light and you recognize who is on your side and who is not on your side, there's going to be a clear indication for you on what direction you need to go in. And allow yourself to find that comfort, right? Because this Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles with the Sun this doesn't feel very good. But that's the thing, is full transparency also means that you have to hear the bad stuff along with the good stuff. Pretending that it doesn't exist will only make it worse, to be honest. So whatever it is that comes out during this retrograde, it's meant to heal you, and it's meant to push you forward onto your path. Four of Swords and the Hermit. That was kind of a plot twist that happened there. But I think that this whole month of October is about reassessing 2020 for you. Like really looking and allowing things to be what they are and not trying to over complicate. You know what I mean? Don't try and overcomplicate. Okay. So I have a few reading specials going on. If you would like to get a tarot reading, if you would like to get a solar return done, those are on special for Libra and Scorpio for the month of October. And then the tarot readings, and I also have Akashic record readings that are available right now. All of that stuff, the link is in the description box. Also, my new business partner and I are doing a pajama party on October 3rd, which is next Saturday, and that's going to be really fun. That information is in the description box as well. She's a psychic, medium, and animal communicator. So I'll be reading chart placements, and she will be doing animal communication, which is pretty cool. So, hope to see you guys there. Hope to see your shiny faces there. It'll be really enjoyable. That information is in the description box too. Have a wonderful October. Happy birthday to October Scorpios, and I will see you guys for, November readings for your birthday. Bye.